Hey guys, what's up? This recording is titled Sounds, Month of June, Part 5, the year 2023. And in this recording, I'm making documentation of my experience with sounds that I hear that make noises that are multitude, that come from an unknown, unidentified source. I've been trying to subtract them with the help of healthcare and treatment. Treatment and healthcare say that they are a chemical imbalance in my brain. I've had physical experiences that say otherwise. So, this year, 2023, in January, I started to make documentation and recordings. And putting them on the internet, my experience with these sounds that I hear that have been going on since the year 2013. It's the year 2023 now. That makes 10 years. What happened was one day I just woke up and I started to hear them. And ever since that day, I've been hearing them every single day. And I start to hear them immediately after waking up, maybe not even 3 minutes after waking up. And I'll hear them all throughout that day, which a normal day is 16 hours awake, 8 hours asleep. That makes 24 hours. Uh, so if I'm awake for 16 hours, I will hear them every single one of those hours, maybe at least 20 minutes of every one of those hours. They can get even up to 30 minutes, and it's not uncommon for them to be 40 minutes. And so that's how long I'll hear them for. When I'm going to sleep, about 10 minutes before I actually fall asleep, I won't hear them, and I'll be able to get some sleep. There are a multitude of sounds, noises. They're inconvenient. They're almost always at least two-thirds negative and one-third neutral. So, for example, I could be listening to them tell me, "Oh, you know what? Maybe today the weather will be okay," and they'll be talking about that for 5 minutes. Well, 10 minutes will be occupied by just negative things. You're this, you're that. Uh, Pronunciation. They could use words that just have a pronunciation, and that pronunciation can be loud, aggressive, violent. They'll repeat the same thing over and over again, just any specific word. For example, they could yell and shout the word carton at me. They do that. They've been doing that for a few months. They've been yelling and shouting the word carton at me for at least a few months. They'll do that for maybe you know 10, 15, maybe even 30 minutes. So they could, what I'm trying to say though is that um, basically what I was saying is that they can be at least two-thirds negative and at the most one-third neutral, but they can get as bad as, to the time they occupy making sounds at me, they can get as bad as three-fourths negative and only one-fourth neutral. So that's what goes on with them. And I've been working with treatment since I started to experience their effect in the year 2013. I went to treatment, I went to healthcare. I've made some attempts with treatment and healthcare to get them subtracted or resolved, or you know eliminated, whatever. I haven't been able to get them eliminated or subtracted or anything like that. So it's been difficult, but I'm able to not overreact by just doing little things, maybe like closing my eyes or focusing on my breathing. I could, because I get stressed out. I just separate myself from everything. I isolate. I'll stress out, and I'll react. That's kind of like my reaction. My reaction is I'll stress out and isolate, but I'll do little things that I can think of to not overreact. And it's been a little difficult and challenging. It's difficult, challenging. It's not easy to not overreact. It's easy to overreact, but my overreaction it'll consist of me being upset and angry and that kind of stuff. But I mean, that's what I think my overreaction is. It won't ever be anything too explosive or dangerous or harmful or explosive or dangerous. It'll just be me being a little aggravated, but I can control that. I've been working on it. So yeah, I've been making notes and stuff about recent experience and things like that. And so I got some notes in front of me that I'm gonna check out. And this recording, I'm gonna put it on the internet, so for my reference, for records, for anyone who wants to have some information about uh what my experience is with these sounds that make noises that are a multitude, that to the best of my knowledge, even I haven't been able to identify them or to track them, but to the best of my knowledge, they're from some type of digital wireless matter nature source type of thing. So but yeah, I got these notes in front of me. I'm gonna check them out, and I'm gonna put them in this recording, and then I'll upload this recording onto the internet. So here's the first note that I have in front of me, and it goes, uh, for the past 2 hours straight, at least twice every one of those minutes in those 2 hours. So in 2 hours straight, and every one of those minutes, twice a minute, was being repeated things twice a minute for 2 hours. I was keeping track of time, and I was being tormented in my ears and mind by the sound yelling and shouting at me the words carton and the word crybaby. They were telling me I'm a crybaby, and they were repeating the word carton to me aggressively, violently, brutally, in a cruel and unusual way. It was an attack on my ears. It was torment to my ears. It affected me in a negative way. I don't think I will ever be able to pardon or forgive whoever is responsible for the damage that has been done to my mind. And that's the end of that note. So I don't like to repeat everything that I hear, because some of it's bad. I was hesitating on saying what words they were shouting at me that I just got done through saying the words they were using at me, the language they were using. I hesitated because I don't know, I just don't know if someone will think bad things about me or who knows what. But yeah, it can get how I was describing this note that I just described was, it was exactly what was going on. So I'm gonna go to this next note, and it goes, a different note is for a total of no less than 10 minutes straight. I was hearing sharp, harsh vocabulary that I am not repeating. It is just too mean. I felt tingling pricks all over my skin, all over my body. Confusion in my mind was taking place. It felt like blood was rushing to my brain, hot and full of pressure. My muscles felt tense and tight, especially on my neck and face. And that's that note. And that's how I just described right now. What about the blood rushing to my brain, and my brain feeling hot and full of pressure. I was going through that, so I made a note of that. And um, and then my muscles were tense on my neck and face, and just kind of throughout my body too. And so that wasn't very nice, but I mean, I was kind of like closing my eyes and focusing on my breathing, doing little things like that. And I was able to kind of not overreact and get angry. But I mean, my reaction is still to stress out, and I was stressing out. So I'm going to go to this next note, and it's the last note. This is the last note. And then after that, I'm going to wrap up this recording. And this last note goes, I've been hearing from the multitude of sounds, language, and vocabulary that are cruel and unkind. Mostly a lot of speaking slash talking slash making sounds from the multitude in hurtful ways that I have poor mental health. I was hearing words being repeated 3 times a minute for no less than a total of a straight 30 minutes. And I don't have any more notes, but yeah, it was saying that they were repeating 3 times a minute for 30 minutes. That was not, I didn't like that very much. It was kind of bad. So I'm at the end of my notes, and I'm gonna wrap up this recording, guys. If you listen to the end, and if you would like to help support my channel, you can like, comment, share, and subscribe. That would be awesome. And I'm gonna wrap up this recording. So I might be making more recordings in the future. I'm not certain, but I'm gonna wrap up this recording now, guys. So, all right, peace.